This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network. And joining me right now is Alan Carter. He is the president and CEO of Cabral Gold. It's a publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you: CBR on the TSX Venture and CBGZF in the US. And you can actually see Alan give an investor presentation at the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Beaver Creek, happening a hybrid event this year, virtually and in person, on September 8th through the 11th. And with that, Alan, welcome back. Good to see you. How you doing?
Nice to be back, Robert. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you.
Very good. So we last did an interview together last year around this time. We published that on August 20th, 2020. So let's get an update. What would you say are some highlights from the company for the last 12 months or so?
Yeah, I think, look, Robert, I think a pretty big highlight for us was that we were the second best performing mining stock on the venture exchange, the TSX Venture Exchange for 2020. So that, you know, there's probably 600 or 700 mining stocks listed on that exchange, and we were the second best performer. We were actually the top performing gold stock in terms of liquidity. It's measured in terms of liquidity, market cap appreciation, and obviously share price. So that was, I think, an indication of what we've been doing. We now have 3 rigs operating on the project, Robert. We have 2 more on the way. So within the next week or so, by the time that we do have the conference, because we're recording this ahead of the conference, we'll have 5 rigs turning. We've just completed last month a $11.5 million bought deal. And we've been making some interesting discoveries on the project. It's a district scale project, 2 gold deposits already identified. We've made several discoveries in the last 12 months. I think the most exciting thing is we're finding oxide blanket style mineralization in near surface material, weathered material up to 50 meters thick, that was previously assumed to be sterile. And so that's very exciting, because it's obviously the processing and mining costs for that sort of material, which is unconsolidated, will be, we expect to be very low. So it's been a very busy year. It's been a very busy 12 months.
Very good. And you know, for those who may have missed our first interview, you know, the deposits and operations are in Brazil for the most part. So tell us a little about what's going on there. How's operations going? I mean, COVID notwithstanding, you know, what's been going on?
Yeah, the COVID situation has improved markedly, particularly in the last few months in northern Brazil, where we're working. So we're working as normal as we can be during this pandemic. Obviously, we have protocols in place, but it's been several months since we've had a case in our community of COVID. So we hope that we're past the worst of it. Brazil, the mining industry continues to power ahead. Just in the last few days, we've received news publicly that it's been announced that Eldorado is selling their project, which is immediately adjacent to ours. In fact, our claims are contiguous with their project. They have a 2 million ounce project, which is fully permitted. They've agreed a deal with a Quebec-based company called G Mining. It's a $110 million US deal, and Eldorado is selling that project to G Mining, who announced their intention to advance that in through development and ultimately production. So the area in which we're working, the Tapajós, which was the site of the world's largest ever gold rush in history during the 1980s, which is a big reason why we're there, is definitely hotting up. As I said, there are deals getting done, big deals getting done. And when that mine next door to us does go into production, it will be one of the largest open pit gold mines in Brazil. So it's a pretty exciting time.
Very good. Well, to close us out here today, before I let you go, you know, from what you can tell us, what would you say then are some of the company's value catalysts now for the rest of 2021 going into 2022?
I think it's mainly about drill results, Robert. You know, with 5 rigs turning, that's going to generate an enormous amount of drill results information. We are discovery focused. The primary objective for us over the next 12 months is to define high-grade resources within the district that we control. Currently, the 2 deposits that we've got are lower grade. There are certainly an awful lot of high-grade drill intercepts. So it's mainly about drill intercepts. We won't be having a resource update until mid next year, mid 2022. So we've had some very, very good, some spectacular drill results in the last 12 months. And I think we expect that we'll have a bunch more. And as I said, with 5 rigs running, it's going to generate an awful lot of news. There'll be multiple catalysts.
Very good. Well, with that, Alan, where can our audience go and find more information on Cabral Gold?
Yeah, we have a website, obviously, cabralgold.com, or you can email me directly, alan@cabralgold.com, ALAN@cabralgold.com.
Alan, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck, stay safe, and I look forward to our next update.
Thanks, Robert. All the best.
Thank you. Again, my name is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN Network, and we're a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Beaver Creek, happening September 8th through the 11th. Alan will be there to give an investor presentation, and thank you all for listening.